Sri Matre Namaha, Sri Rama Raksha, Sarva Jagat Raksha. Before getting into the topic, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you motivate us in bringing out this secret content to you all. Today, I'm going to talk about the perfectionist wound, which is a deep inner child wound, and I've already made so many videos on the inner child wounds and how to heal inner child and how you can heal your subconscious mind and how you can do your inner work, shadow work, mirror work, which is all available on a channel. You can go check out our channel and you can go see what type of videos which are useful for you, which can be very much life transforming for you. So this is a perfectionist wound. Today I'm going to discuss about this perfectionism. When you say perfectionism, you often have a inner child wound where you were constantly judged, even for the small things when you were a child, by your caregivers, by your biological parents, and thus this constant judgment, this constant bullying and constantly criticizing you for even for the small things, which later what will happen is later you will grow up and you will try to become a perfectionist. You will always try to do things in a very dignified manner, in a perfection. You want and every you want perfection in everything which you are doing, and if you are not doing anything perfectly, you will hate yourself. You will constantly criticize your own self. You will have that self criticism within you because you're constantly criticizing yourself, and you will have self hate towards yourself, and you will have low confidence. You will have all the problems which are associated with the sadness, and also you will not feel satisfied with yourself. And because you had this inner child wound in your childhood, then that's the reason why you are developing all such things in your adulthood. So it is very important to heal the perfectionism. You have to understand that nobody is perfect in this world. Everybody have their own flaws, and you have to start accepting yourself the way you are. You have to start accepting yourself the way you do things. Okay, you don't have to be perfect all the time. You don't have to do everything perfectly all the time, and you have to accept your own mistakes. Often you don't accept your mistakes, even if you do any kind of a silly mistakes in anything. Okay, even if it is a small thing which doesn't really matter to the world, even for that thing you will always constantly keep on doing your self judgment, because you were judged, you were being judged by others during your childhood. And because others have judged you for even the small things, even the silly mistakes, and that's when you understand, that's when your inner child understands that okay, this is, you shouldn't make any mistakes in doing anything. You shouldn't have any silly mistakes. Mistake is like a crime. You should not do any mistakes. You should not have any mistakes in your life. You should always be perfect. You should always do everything without any errors. So doing the things without the error, that thing will sit in your mind, that thing will sit in your subconscious mind, and even after growing up it will constantly drain you. You will have the same thing in everything, every task you're performing, that you should not have any errors in doing any kind of task, and everything which you're doing should be perfect, which should be grand, which should be always in a perfection. And nobody should even point out any kind of a silly mistake or any kind of error within you. If somebody comes and if somebody tells you that this is the error which you have done, or this is the mistake you're doing, then that's it. You are just triggered like anything. You will feel like you will constantly go in that overthinking mode, and you will constantly judge yourself. You will constantly think that, oh, am I not good? What am I doing wrong? Why this person is constantly judging me? Even if it is a small judgment, even if somebody says that okay, this color might not suit you or something, or you might have done this cooking in some different way, or this thing maybe a little bit of salt is not enough in this dish which you have prepared. Okay, even for this small things, you will be so much triggered, and you will feel very much frustrated, angry, overthinking, exhaustion, and you will constantly go in that overthinking loop that okay, am I not perfect? Am I not a good in cooking, or am I not doing it properly? Or oh, I don't even know cooking, like that. Or these people constantly judge me for the cooking, or maybe I don't even know cooking, or I don't even know how to cook. I cannot cook anything properly. I don't have any kind of a dressing sense, like that. You will constantly feel this this kind of a different types of overthinking mode. Okay, I've just taken the examples. Okay, you might have gone through this experience in many different areas of your life, and see in which area of your life you are overthinking, and you accept others judgment with don't don't give too much importance to others judgment. You accept it like a way to see it as a constructive judgment, constructive criticism, or you take it for like a feedback, and don't give it that so much importance. If it is a valid thing which somebody is saying and which is important for your own transformation and for your own life, then take it as a positive feedback. If it is not, they are just doing it for doing it, and they have their own wounds, or they are judging you out of their wounds, then just leave it and understand that you have to validate yourself. You don't have to judge yourself for what others opinions are. It is just their opinion, it is not their reality, it is not your reality. You have to understand that the whatever the other people are saying to you, that is their own judgment, that's their own opinion out of their own way of perceiving you. It's their own perception, it's not your reality. Ultimately you have to fix this in your mind, that it is just their perception, it's not your reality. Your reality might be different from what they are thinking of you. Okay, so they thinking of you is not anything to do with you. It's you, what you think about yourself is more important than what others think of yourself. So everything starts from how you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself. You have to feel good about yourself. You have to stop self-criticizing yourself always. You have to stop judging yourself always, and you have to let go of that perfection. You have to accept your own mistakes. You have to accept your own errors. You have to understand that nobody is perfect in this world. It's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to do errors. It's okay. By making mistakes only we will learn, we will grow in our lives, we will improve in our lives. You have to seek for improvement and betterment rather than perfection. So if you seek for betterment and improvement, then there will be a better outcome, and you will feel satisfied with it rather than you are seeking for perfection, because nobody is perfect, right? Everybody have their own mistakes, everybody learns from their mistakes, and everybody have their own way of doing things. In the evolution process of being reaching there, we are in the process of reaching to the perfection, but nobody is perfect, right? If we are perfect, then we will not be born on the earth, right? We have some lessons to learn here. We are here to evolve. We are not here to be perfect. Okay, we are not completely divine. We are just reaching towards the divine. That should be our goal, and we should not expect so much from ourselves. And you have to leave expectations. You have to leave that constant criticism, constant judgment. You have to leave that perfection. You have to understand that it's okay to make mistakes, and you have to understand that by making mistakes only you will grow, you will evolve, you will learn from your mistakes. Okay, mistakes are the part of your life. So nobody can do anything without doing any kind of mistakes. Even if you see somebody as perfect, even so-called perfectionist, even they might have done mistakes in their life, and that's the reason why they have become perfect or near to perfect, I can say. So okay, nobody is perfect, as I told you before only. So they might have become near to perfect. They have learned from their mistakes. That's the reason why they have become somewhere close to the perfection, right? So you have to understand that you have to learn from your mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, and divine is not going to judge you. Okay, divine understands that even if people around you doesn't understand you, even if people around you are constantly judging you, you can rely on divine. You can understand that divine will accept you as you are. You are a divine child, and you have to accept yourself as you are, because divine is accepting you as you are. Divine is not trying to seek perfection from you. Divine is not saying that you should be perfect, then only I will accept you, then only I will have grace upon you, right? So divine will accept you the way you are, right? Divine will love you the way you are. So why not you love yourself the way you are? Why not you accept yourself the way you are? So everything starts by accepting yourself. Everything starts by accepting your mistakes. Okay, you have to own yourself. The way you are is perfectly all right. You are imperfectly perfect, right? You have to understand this perfectly. Okay, so the way you are is good enough. You don't have to, yes, if you want to change, then it is allowed to change. You have to come from a space from where you accept yourself and you want to improve on certain things. That is okay. But if you are not accepting yourself, you just want to be perfect, that will create a lot of wound in you. Okay, so this wound is coming from your childhood, where you were constantly judged even for the small things, and you have to understand this, and you have to go to the places in your childhood. You have to sit in meditation and go visit the places in your childhood where you were judged even for silliest of the mistakes, and where you were not allowed to do any kind of a mistakes or errors, where you were expected to be perfect, only then you are feeling you got that validation, or only then people have accepted you or something like that. You have to go to all the places and send love to all those places in your life, all send love to all those younger versions of you where you were just constantly criticized, constantly, even for the serious mistakes which you shouldn't have been judged for. But because it has happened, now you can't do anything. You have to forgive all those people. You have to send love to all those versions of yourself, and you have to say to those versions of yourself that it's okay to make mistakes. That's the reason how that's how you will learn. Okay, you have to explain to your own self, to your own versions. You have to convince your own younger versions, you have to convince your own inner child that it's okay to be the way you are. And the people who are judging you, it's their problem, it's not your problem. Okay, so you have to do all these things. You have to heal yourself properly in the situations, and you have to visit all those situations, and you have to let go of those judgments which people gave you, or which you gave yourself. Sometimes what will happen is you will judge yourself by your own self. Okay, by you, maybe you will judge your inner child, maybe you will judge your adult self is judging you, the child version of you. Oh, you shouldn't, or your past version of you. Or you might think that, oh, you should have done that thing properly, or you should have done this thing properly. Why you couldn't do anything properly, like that? So you have to also understand that you have to forgive yourself too. You have to release the judgment about yourself which you gave yourself too. Okay, so start by releasing all the judgments which others gave you and which you gave yourself. Start forgiving others who judge you for whatever you have done, and also forgive yourself for constantly judging yourself, for criticizing yourself, or for aiming for that perfectionism. Okay, leave that perfectionism and try for improvement, try for betterment rather than perfection. And you have to forgive yourself too for whatever things which have happened for you in the way which they have happened. Okay, now you are releasing the judgment, you're forgiving yourself, you are sending love to all those versions of yourself too. And now you come back to the present self, and from now onwards you are not aiming for perfection, you are just aiming for improvement and betterment, and you are accepting yourself. So this is how you are completely accept yourself the way you are, completely be in the presence, completely be the way you are. Okay, from that point try for improvement and try for betterment in whatever areas you want to improve yourself. Okay, in whatever areas you want to better yourself. So be in that place of self acceptance, and from that self acceptance you try to improve yourself. So this is how you heal your perfectionism wound. So I hope you got this properly, and I hope this was very, very useful for you. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and show your motivation in the form of comments and likes. And thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shri Rama Raksha Sarva Jagat Raksha Shri Matre Namaha.